start getting cold, maybe in a few weeks, but you still have some time to make some fixes to your exterior. So Sharon Grech is here from Benjamin Moore. And you know what, Sharon? If there's any question we get asked from viewers all the time, it is, what color should I paint my door? It can have really big impact. Doesn't cost a lot.
Exactly.
But you can really switch up the look of your house with exterior paint.
It's kind of like an accessory. You know, the way you might add a bit of color in a handbag or something. I think of the front door in the same way. You can maybe use a bolder color than you would otherwise.
Just like that necklace is making your outfit.
Like the necklace. How boring it would be without the bling. Exactly.
Nice.
So I really wanted to sort of show a more neutral color. I've done a lot of exterior color consultations over the past few years, and everybody is using gray right now. So we know that it's on trend, but it's also a classic, which is great. So I thought showing Chelsea gray is a really nice warm gray color for the brick, or maybe that's your siding. But either way, you know, you can really change it out, and that's why I'm going to show you sort of my 3 favorite front door colors right now. And it might change by next season, but right now these are colors that I've been seeing a lot of or I've used, and I think they're things that maybe you wouldn't think of. So
think beyond black.
Think beyond black. I'm not going to show you a black door because everybody knows what a black door is going to look like, and that's something that is classic, and that's, you know, absolutely, you can go to that. But with the black even, it's important to do a sheen, and that's something that you can get a lot of impact with as well, you don't think about, is the finish. So for example, I went with like a matte, an exterior matte for the brick, a little bit of a satin for the trim, and then in some cases I went with a high gloss for the doors.
Just to get that extra shine,
a little bit of shine, exactly.
Nice.
And you know, I've talked about whites, that's a whole other show, but I used Battenberg for my trim, so it's not white, because outside the colors tend to look even more vibrant than they would inside. So I went with a little bit of a yellowy white. Now this is Anjou Pear, which is kind of my take on it's traditional yellow. This is a little bit more acidic. It's kind of a little bit more fun, a little bit more contemporary if you wanted something different. So that's our first one. And you can see how that works really well with the gray. You've got the warm color contrasting nicely with the gray. But then let's take a look at the second one. I'm gonna see if anyone's home.
Who's there? That's so cool.
Hello, it's Brian Gluckstein, everyone! I was wondering where you went.
There's a large roof back there.
I know. We're going to be switching them all out. Here's the thing I was going to say about gray and yellow, though. That's a traditional pairing you see all the time. You see it in fashion. You see it in decor. It's never going to go away. And I guess if you stick by those rules, you're never going to go wrong.
So now we've got blue. And then again, blue is another fantastic classic. You don't see it a lot on exterior doors, though, and I've been noticing a little bit more. And I've actually used this color for a project. This is Blue Echo.
What do you think?
I love it. It's like an old Williamsburg blue.
Exactly.
And it's so easy to repaint the door. Have fun with it.
That's
Change
the thing.
it
You
up.
can change every couple of years. I mean, my house is so boring on the outside, so that's the only way I can bring in color is with that door. So I do like to change it every few years. So with the Blue Echo, again, same trim color. If I went with a white, it would be really, really stark. So that Battenberg is just the perfect combination. Went with a higher gloss this time on this door. So again, it's got a little bit more bling. But I want to show you the last one, which I know everyone's going to love.
I'm going to knock on that door
I'm going to knock on the door. I don't know who's going to come out this time. Who have we got?
And now a red door walks up. Or is this
a red
pink,
door. You know what?
red?
This is called Moroccan Spice, and the reason I picked
Moroccan Spice.
isn't it a great name?
It's like your lipstick, actually.
Is it?
It is.
Maybe I should do that color
Let's give a little kiss to the wall, Trace.
Yeah.
So this is Moroccan Spice, and I think everybody loves a red door. It's very traditional, classic red. Bonaparte is one of my favorite classic reds from Benjamin Moore. But Moroccan Spice is a little bit more pinky, like it's a little bit more warm and fun and light and a little bit clear. So again, you can still get a bit of a traditional feel, but I like to see the red switched up for today, make it a little bit more contemporary. So again, the Moroccan Spice, the kind of antique bronze in the finishes. And again, when we're talking about curb appeal, it's the front door makes a huge impact, but it's also all the plantings and how you arrange your flower pots.
This stuff is so important.
It's very important. Seasonally to change it up. Like this is for your summer. Change up the way you style the inside. Change up the exterior with the seasons.
Exactly.
I love when people wrap their door at Christmas. Have you ever seen someone's door wrapped in gift wrapping with a big bow?
Yeah,
nice.
I think that's a great idea.
I
think my kids would like
just
that.
not there.
You have to be a crafty person.
You got to be a little crafty.
You got your backyard done. The other thing I wanted to mention is mailboxes, and I know they've come a long way. We found these mailboxes on architecturalmailboxes.com. They've got beautiful selection, and I love the fact that you could get the different trim. Now, I don't have a large enough house that I would have a floor mounted or a ground-mounted, post-mounted mailbox. But the trim colors are really nice. You can get pewter, you can get white. So you can add a little bit of bling with your mailbox, and actually even have
retro.
a few
I like
other
that.
ones.
But you have to make sure also when you're getting a mailbox that it's big enough, because we get so many magazines and oversized things.
Yeah.
You don't want to get a little tiny mailbox.
That is a perfect point, Brian. This one is the ultimate large one. This is the elephant trunk.
Does that shred the mail also? Look at the
Yes,
size
good
of
idea.
that.
Look at this mailbox.
Well,
You could have your dry cleaning delivered in that one.
I think that's the idea, though.
Oh my
People
God.
are getting. I mean, people are buying things on eBay. You're buying things online, and you're a bit nervous about having it just sitting outside. So
I think your neighbors are going to put their mail in there to think the postman's going to pick it up.
That's true. It looks like one of those super boxes
in
at the
some
end of the
cities,
street, right?
you can do that,
Yeah.
Well,
right?
this is good if you're going away for, a few weeks at the
Absolutely.
cottage. It's all stored in there.
It's all stored. You don't have to ask the neighbors to come in and bring your mail inside. So again, lots of different options. And on their website, they have this in red, which I thought was really cool. But then that would really confuse.
I think I would go to that house and just drop my
neighbors.
checks.
Absolutely. But
Clearly,
really
the postman's
fantastic.
coming here to pick up my mail.
And
this is
again-
another good one too. So as Brian says, nice
Clever
and
with the
long.
locks, because
got
you know
the
what I
lock?
found? Even I'm surprised that charge cards are delivered by mail.
By mail.
Yeah, I
in a
know.
mailbox, and it's nice to have a secure mailbox, so anything that goes in there can't come out.
It's
no
up
one
to
could
you
go through your
to
mail.
go pick up your mail. So it kind of has a more of a commercial,
security.
contemporary look.
Yeah.
I think that one's called the Soho. So I just thought it was really interesting to think about the mailboxes as a bit more of an accessory than just a functional
Part of your
I
piece
painted
order.
mine to match the brick, so mine's mounted on the brick, and I painted out a mailbox similar to this, and I painted out like the brick, and it looks so custom.
Yeah.
it looks
That's
really
nice.
cool.
See, sometimes that's all it takes.
Exactly.
The architectural mailboxes are available at select stores and online at Home Depot, and we are going to draw for them after the show. So